Hi, this is me again, Mr. Zamora, and I am here to explain Algebra 1 or 9th grade BB3, complete a function table, quadratic functions. Okay, so we have this table, and let me paste this problem or this function into Paint. Alright, so here, how do we read this? Function of u, or just f of u, equals u squared plus 7. Okay, so f of u in this case is the same as y. Remember the other functions that we were seeing, that they were like y equals, okay, let me just erase the other one. Oops, sorry. Okay, so it was like y equals u squared plus 7. Okay, so if you see this, don't think like, oh no, that's too much. I mean, this is the first time I see, I don't know what it is, I'm gonna die. No, just f of u is the same as saying y. Okay, so don't worry about this. So if you want, you can just write here y. Okay, y equals u squared plus 7. Okay, so I am going to erase that part. Okay, so in other words, what is the value of y, or what is the value of f of u when u equals -2? Okay, remember how we got y in the previous lesson or in the previous assignment? Okay, so for example, if we have f of u, okay, well, we have, let's say, this. Let me just copy that. We have this part. Let me copy it, and then let me paste it and move it over here. So we have this. Okay, so now we are going to substitute. I am not going to write f of u because it is too much trouble for me. I am going to write y instead of f of u. So f of u equals u squared. What is the value of u? Okay, the value of u in this case, to find this one, is -2. So -2 squared plus 7. All right, so now y equals -2 squared. What is that? Okay, so -2 times -2 equals negative, positive, because negative times negative equals positive, so it is 4. 4 plus 7. All right, so y equals 7. Okay, so this is our answer here. Y equals 7. F of u, remember, f of u is the same as saying y equals 7. Now let's go for the other one. Okay, now y equals u. Now u equals -1. -1 squared plus 7. Okay, so y equals negative times negative, positive. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 7. So y equals 8. All right, so this is our answer. Okay, this one right here were our answers. So when u equals -1, y, or f of u, equals 8. All right. You know what? I made a terrible mistake. 4 plus 7 is not 7. I'm sorry about that, guys. Probably you were like thinking like, hey, Mr. Zamora, is he right? Sorry about that. Okay, so it is 11 right here. Okay, so let me erase this 7 over here. Sorry, I am very sorry. Que bruto, póngale 0, Mr. Zamora. Okay, don't worry about that. Now, when u equals 0, how much is y? So y equals 0 squared plus 7. Okay, so y equals, okay, 0 squared is 0 because 0 times 0 equals 0 plus 7, 7. All right, so I am not going to write the other step. So when u equals 0, y or f of u equals 7. Now the last one. Okay, y equals u. Now in this case, u equals 1 squared plus 7. Sorry for this plus. Okay, so y equals 8. Okay, so in this case, y equals 8, exactly as when when u equals -1. So we have two similar of this. Okay, so these are going to be our answers: 11, 8, 7, 8. Let's see if we are right. 11, 8, 7, 8. Let's check our answers, and that is great. So we're going to do now this one. All right, so let me print the screen, and I am going to paste this one over here. All right, so we're going to do 3 together. And remember, if you think that you're ready to go, you can stop the video, just stop watching and go straight to your assignment. Okay, if you need more help, if you think that you need more examples, stay here and I will help you gladly. Okay, so now f of j or y, which is the same. Okay, so I am going to write, or I am going to copy this part, okay, into here. All right, now j or f of j, I mean y or f of j equals j squared. So what is the value of the first j? 0, and 0 squared is 0 because 0 times 0 equals 0. Okay, now let's do the next one. Y equals j squared. What is the value of j? 1 squared. So y equals 1 times 1 equals 1. Okay, so here is 1. The next one, j equals 2 squared. Yes, because the value of j now is 2, and it is squared. 2 times 2 equals 4. And the very last one, y equals j squared. What is the value of j? Now the value is 3. 3 is squared. So y equals 9. So this one was even easier than the previous one. Okay, so this one is 4 and this one is 9. So we just copy this into our IXL webpage 0149. So 149. Okay, submit, and that is right. Okay, so let me just go a little bit down, print the screen, get a new one. All right, so we have this. Let me copy the function or equation so I can have it repeated over here. All right, so now y, remember this function of n or f of n is the same as saying y. Okay, so y equals -2n. What is the value of the first n? -2. So it is going to be a multiplication. Remember, -2 is multiplying n. So n equals -2, and n is going to be squared. Okay, Now, what are we going to do first? Are we going to multiply -2 times -2, or we are going to rise to the power? We're going to use, we're going to solve the exponent first. So according to the order of the operations, first we have to solve the exponent before solving the multiplication. So -2 times -2 equals -4. Positive 4. And so that positive 4, we're going to multiply it times -2. So y equals negative times positive equals negative, 2 times 4 equals 8. So when n equals -2, y equals -8. All right, so let's do the second one. Y equals -2 times -1 squared. So y equals -2 times -1 squared equals 1 positive, or positive 1. So y equals negative times positive equals negative, 2 times 1 equals 2. Okay, so the other one, this one is -2. The third one, 0. Okay, so y equals -2 times 0, -0 or whatever, because 0 is not negative or positive, whatever. So 0 squared equals 0, so y equals -2 times 0, so y equals -2 times 0 equals 0. So here we're going to write 0. And the very last one, y equals -2 times 1 squared. Y equals -2 times 1 squared equals 1. So y equals -2 times 1, -2. So -2. Okay, and we can go on, we can add more, and yeah, whatever. So -8, -2, 0, -2. -8, -2, 0, -2. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, submit. Awesome. I know, I am so awesome. All right, so this one is also easy. Yeah, you need to do a little bit more operations, but it's as easy as it is. And this is the very last one that we're going to do together, that I am going to explain. Okay, so let me copy the function. Okay, so here it is. Now y, or function of g, or f of g, equals g squared. What is the first value of g? It is 1. 1 squared minus 3 that multiplies g. What is the value of g again? 1. Okay, so y equals 1 squared equals 1 minus 3 that multiplies 1, 3. So y equals 1 minus 3 equals -2. Okay, so here our answer is going to be -2. Now the next one, yeah, piece of cake, right? Okay, y equals so g, what is the value of g? Now the value of g is 2. So when g is 2, how much is y? Okay, so g which is 2, it's squared because here is the square right here, minus 3 that multiplies g. And how much is g? We said that it was 2 in this equation, okay? So y equals 2 squared equals 4 minus 3 times 2 equals 6. So y equals 4 minus 6 equals negative 2. Okay? Alright, so the next one, y equals g. Now, okay, well, let me write here negative 2. How much is g? 3. 3 squared minus 3 that multiplies 3. All right. Now y equals 3 squared equals 9 minus 3 that multiplies 3 equals 9. So y equals 9 minus 9 equals 0, and that is our answer over here. The last one, the very last one. So y equals g. How much is g now? G is 4. 4 squared minus 3 that multiplies g, and g we said is 4. So y equals 4 squared equals 16 minus 3 times 4 equals 12. So 16 minus 12 equals 4. So in here we're going to find 4. Okay, let's see if we are right. Negative 2, negative 2, 0, 4. Negative 2, negative 2, 0, 4. And we are correct. Okay, and so on. So you can continue doing this over and over again. Obviously, probably when you have so like 6, 7, 8 problems, they're going to be a little bit harder or more complicated. But yeah, you just need time for that. Okay, so see you next time and have a great life. Bye bye.